Hello, there we go. Live from the Tank Promotions page. Normally I do it from my own profile, but I thought I'd do it a bit different. So I should be joined very soon by the Barnick Boxing Barber, Mr. Clint Osborne. Actually, that was quick. I think he's just trying to come on now. 1 second, just bear with me. So Clint Osborne, all the way from Mevagissey in Cornwall. He's just going to us and we're going to chat. We're just going to have a little catch up. So the internet might not be very good here at my house, so just bear with me, please. Here he is, the Bionic Boxing Barber. Clint, how you doing?
Keep punching. Yeah, good.
Good, man. And Clint, you come on so quick, you didn't give me a chance to sort of introduce what we're going to do. So the 24th of February at the Mecca, Swindon, you're fighting a rematch with Jason Tillen for the Masters Lightweight title. The reason we're here because you fought Jason last year, Jason Tillen, in a new title fight, the new Novice Lightweight Masters title for my show, and unfortunately you didn't get the result. And you wanted to get back in the ring. You wanted to keep punching. So we got another fight against Swindon's Jason Nichols, which we're going to talk about that soon, which has brought you to now to a rematch with Jason Tillen. So I'm going to rewind now, Clint, to the first fight with Jason Tillen. I know you self-promote very well. Just tell us your sort of the recap on that fight very briefly, and we'll move on to now.
Well, yeah, the previous year, I organised a big show in Mevagissey, 500 people. I promoted it, I match made it, I jumped in the ring myself, and I stopped the kid in 47 seconds. And I just thought I need to challenge myself more than that, because it was a great win, and I was selling the story of getting back on my feet, but I really needed to get out my comfort zone. I met you guys. I travelled out of Mevagissey, drove up to Swindon. You threw me in the ring with Jason Tillen, and I'd looked at him, and you sent me the video of him, and straight away I said, yeah, I'll fight the guy. And yeah, it didn't go my way. I felt like I roughed him up. He got a blooded eye from it. I got stuck into him, but I made a silly mistake. I didn't keep my hands up, and I got caught. And que sera, sera. That was that. And then you quickly suggested I jump straight back in, and I rose to the challenge again, because I saw Nichols, and I just thought, yeah, I'll have a tear up with him. And you said afterwards it was an old-fashioned shootout. It was a gunsling, but that's how I like it. I like to get in tight and throw some hands, and I'm knocking on a bit now, but I do like to throw some hands and get stuck in.
So we're here now. You've deserved a rematch. I just want to rewind you back to that Nichols fight, because a lot of people don't know this, and I don't really. I've done many shows. I've dealt with hundreds and hundreds of boxers, but Jason Nichols, he's from Swindon, my hometown, and I'm going to share it now. He caused a lot of disruption in the build-up for me, and obviously I had to speak to you because Jason. People don't know this. He actually pulled out over half a dozen times in the build-up. People don't know that, and fair play to him. He saw the fight through after the 6th or 7th time. He come in. But since the fight, he's claimed he had a serious injury, which he's been publicly put on social media that he had broken ribs. I feel the need that I wanna air this. Jason Nichols did not have broken ribs. I'm quite au fait with injuries. If a human being has broken ribs going into a fight, they will not be able to compete like the way he did. If a person's got broken ribs, you won't be doing that form of exercise. I just want to put that out there. What do you think, Clint? Do you think he had broken ribs?
The guy ain't got broken ribs, otherwise you wouldn't be able to move like that. And he's not even got fractured ribs or bruised ribs, because you can't throw like that. Anybody knows who's been injured like that. You're laid up for a while, and you have trouble with your respiratory system as well. So yeah, he can say what he wants, but he threw everything in the kit. The guy got up for it. I said to
Yeah,
him,
he did.
I said, I'll knock you out in 30 seconds. 30 seconds of the fight, I'm on my fucking arse. So fair play to him. Fair
Yeah.
play to him.
And I just want to say that I think Jason, and I told Jason this, by the way, I'm not a. I think he probably had bruised ribs, but
Okay.
he didn't have broken ribs. I just want to just get that out there because I'm not irresponsible putting people, they have to have a
Well,
pre-medical.
after I was finished with him, he had a bruised nose and bruised ribs. So
But look, Jason, I actually think that was Jason's best performance out of all of his fights.
yes.
But you did the job. That's why we're here. The 24th of February. You're coming back. You're like a promoter's dream because you do a lot of self-promoting. You're very vocal with your training. With what you do with the Bionic Boxing Barber. And again, Clint, I want to thank you for being part of my show. This is the third time. Your hat trick for Tank Promotions now. And
Yeah.
I just want to know where's that bout going on the 24th of February?
Well, first of all, I'm Rich. You shout out a lot of people, but I'm very, very thankful that you got together with me and you believed in the Barnet Boxing Barber. You've been down to my house. You've had some hospitality from me. We've shared an evening out, having a meal in the village there in Mevagissey, and you've relaxed with me and had a look round, and we shared a few moments together and we chatted. And I told you what I'd been up to with my journey, and you've given me massive respect for that, and you've enabled me to get in the boxing ring at my age and challenge myself. And I found out so much from the Tillen fight in a loss. I had loads of people, Clint, keep punching, it was great. And then obviously the win against Nichols elevated me to where I need to be for this next fight with Tillen. Yes, but you've brought out so much in me, and I'm forever in your debt for that, because as I stand here now, a stronger man in my community from those fights that you've given me, I can help other guys, and I do. So some of that energy that's in this old body, you've helped put it there. Thank you.
No, brilliant, Clint. I remember we had Robbie Burton had his show in Chippenham, and that was the first. You interviewed me just before the show was starting,
Yeah.
and I remember mentioning, I was telling people I was a man down, and obviously I think there's a lot of us that that have been down and maybe have kept it to themselves, but I fully support what you do and what the Barnet Boxing Barber stands for, and the man down. I admire that, and but look, we're here. Jason Tillen, he's going to be watching this. His coach Paul Stout is going to be watching. He's already made a comment on my earlier post. Obviously, look, Jason is a respectful man, and we're not going to get no trash talking here. You know that. He came to watch you when you fought Jason Nichols, and he came in, had a face-off with you. And I think he spoke to you. What was said? What did he say to you that night? Did he say anything to you?
Yeah. Getting rid of Jason Nichols, I humbled him. He wanted to be my best friend afterwards, and Clint, and I didn't really want to know the guy. He chatted a lot of shit. I disposed of him. I put all my charity work to one side to get up there. I wanted to take my daughter to that fight, and I couldn't, because I didn't know if it was going to be a hostile crowd or he'd have his friends with him. And it put me in a place that I don't go in these days. So I wanted to chin him and get him out of there, and he's history and goodbye. He's done. But Jason Tillen, I'd not seen him. Obviously, he got in the ring, as you just said, after the fight with Nichols, and I've not seen the guy since September. And he's not a big social media presence like myself, but we immediately embraced each other. Genuinely put our arms with deep affection for each other, because we'd shared a boxing ring. And anybody watching this who shared a boxing ring, there can be a lot of bad beef before, but there should never be afterwards. And if you've shared, and you've shared a ring with a lot of guys, you walk down the high street in Swindon, you'd cross over the road to see them and share some memories together, because boxing brings people together, and that's what I'm about.
No, definitely. And I mean, like you just said there, Jason Tillon, bless him. You know, we're all different. You two are probably like chalk and cheese when it comes to social media, because you know he does his own thing. You do your thing, but what's going to happen? You're going to come together on the 24th of Feb, and I know, you know, I know they're confident because obviously I think the first fight that you had with him, you know, you started very well. I think you started very well. Like you just said earlier, you just got caught. Um, I know you're working down with your friends. Is it Ronin Boxing Club?
Yeah,
You still down there? And
yeah,
obviously you do your PTs with your man. Um, I think you know you're getting help out, you know, with other people, just brilliant. Um, obviously you've got that win now. You're back in the win column. You're going to be
yeah.
confident. So I love it when I've got two guys they're both confident. And you know, are we going to see the final bell on this fight, or do you think someone's getting chinned?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to pass myself off as a boxer. I'm not a boxer, right? I'm a fighter, and I'm a fighter in life, and that's my message. I get in a boxing ring to have a tear up and a fight. And Steve Murta said to me, Clint, I love to watch you because you go straight in,
Yeah,
and that's what everybody wants to see
yeah,
straight away.
yeah,
And he's had enough shows to know to
yeah.
see some boring fights. And you know, if people come to watch me on the 24th, they'll see a guy go in there and give everything he's got, you know. And I've not got any worse, I've got better. Yes, I'm learning to keep my hands up a bit more. I'm learning to box a little bit on the back foot and try and stay away instead of getting so involved. But when that bell goes, I get stuck in and I go for it. And I'm going to try and dispose of anybody who's in front of me. Tillon, I genuinely like the guy. Yeah, we're both gentlemen. We're of a certain age, and hopefully he feels the same way as I do. I think we're both fighting to help men keep fighting and to show men in their senior years they can get themselves physically fit,
Yeah.
and that will enable them to be mentally fit to the challenge ahead. Because as you get older, you know, sometimes your job doesn't want you, your kids don't want you, your missus don't want you. You know, you can feel quite left out when you reach your 40s and 50s. You can hit the pub, you can let yourself go. But my message is don't let that happen. Keep punching. Keep punching.
Clearly, I've got to just touch on that because it's quite remarkable. Like you said, you know, you just made the comment there that you're not a boxer, you're a fighter, and I think with this card, I've called it best of the best. It's not because um it's the best boxers. I think it's just a caption. Every show I do, I have a caption for it. And we got people on the card that have never laced up a glove before. We got people on the card that I claim or are with this level of boxing are very good. We got people on the card, um, you know, like yourself and Jason, a combined age of over 100 years, which is incredible. You've just touched on there for your own mind, your own your mental health, your physical health, which is incredible. There's a story with everything on this card. We've got the prize fights, we've got title fights, novice title fights, masters fights, debut fights. There's something for everyone on this card, and I think I've seen you made a comment that you're excited to be on it. You know, which I'm honoured to have you on. And when I see people make comments like that they're actually happy to be on a card like this, it's
Listen,
good.
I'm just a little old nobody in the middle of nowhere down in Mevagissey in Cornwall, and on the 24th I will be somebody.
Yeah.
I will travel up there, and I will be a fighter, and I will get in the ring, and I will put that training to use, that mobility that I've got. I've had 2 rotator cuff surgeries and they put me back together. I've had 2 full hip replacements. I was 14 stone. You know, I was dead in the gutter. You know, I attempted suicide and didn't want to be here anymore. You know, and I can say it till the cows come home. But the message is, get stuck in and get back in the race. And I'm
Yeah.
in the race, and I'm going to be on a show in front of hundreds of people at the Mecca Ballroom, you know, under your guidance there as a promoter. You've got the likes of Mo in there. You've got all of these fighters. You've got a great women's card, some women on.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be great start to the year for a lot of fighters. Some of them are going to lose, and they're going to jump back. They're going to challenge themselves, go back to the drawing board, and then they're going to win this year. You know, you learn so much from losing. It's not all about winning, and I thought it was all about winning, but I learned so much from my loss. And if I lose on the 24th, I will want to get back in and have another go. You know, if I win, you know, everybody says you should think you're going to win. You're going to win. Yeah, of course I think I'm going to win. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting in. But from losing, it ain't so bad. It ain't so bad. You know, you can come back stronger.
Mate, that's amazing. And yeah, we got our press conference on Sunday, the 4th of February, at the Power Lounge in Swindon. I know that you're a long way away, so you might not be able to attend it, but I'm hoping that Jason Tillon will be there and he can have his say in front of the cameras, and Malcolm Martin, and you know, I've set that production up for that. And I just want to go back to what you just mentioned there about that day. It's your day, and that's something that I'm quite proud of. That I want to treat the boxers. Someone said that I don't treat people well, but I actually beg to differ. I do, because on the time from when you walk in the door to Mecca to have your, you know, the briefing, the medical, everyone's treated the same. Whether you're on top of the tree or the title holder, whether you're just making your first fight, I treat everyone the same. Um, and it's your time, and it's people like you that are making this show, you know. And we got a massive card. I'm just looking at the poster now, like.
Yeah.
You can't even talk about anything. But is there any fights or any competition on that night you're looking forward to personally?
Yeah, I mean, what I want to do is, obviously, you know what it's like. If I'm fighting, say, in the middle, there'll be 3 or 4 before that I don't see,
Yeah.
and 3 or 4 after I don't see.
Yeah.
But I want to soak up the atmosphere. I want to go ringside. I'll be seeing a lot of people I've not seen for a few months. Tillon's gang have been so kind to me. Paul Stout, a few of the other guys, and they're all absolute gentlemen.
Yeah.
And it'll be so glad to embrace them and see them again. Wish them all the best with their fighter, and then afterwards soak up some of the atmosphere. But to be fighting on a show like this, when you know, only a couple of years ago, Rich, I was sitting on the settee, 14 stone, couldn't move. My daughter was tying my laces for me, and now I'm a credible I'm a credible fighter. I'm going to be fighting. You know, it's a wonderful feeling. I feel alive.
I mean, look, I know you inspire people. There's people that probably you've not even met, but from your posts. You inspire me. When I've been feeling a bit like down in the dumps, I've watched some of your videos and it's picked me up. And I know for a fact it picks others up. So just keep doing what you're doing, Clint, because you are helping people. Some people may get pissed off with your videos every day. They get pissed off with me, but listen, you're helping people, and you've got to do what's right for you. And as you say, keep punching, Clint, because I'm excited. I'm excited to watch you back in the ring again,
Yeah.
because I know you bring entertainment. You're not defensive. You're not on the back foot. As soon as that bell goes, that's it. You've got one thing in your mind, and that's to go through your opponent, and that's what people like to see.
Yeah, and that's the way you've got to face life, Rich. We've just had a year with the YouTube channel, the Barnet Boxing YouTube channel. We've got over 500 videos on there that mostly are interviews. So I'm guessing there's over 400 interviews we completed, you know, and they were interviewing people that attend events like the ones you put on. Some are from your event, Steve Merters, some other local promoters, but we're booked up now for this year, and I'll be going round again with my microphone, and I'll be interviewing the real people of boxing. You know, it's not professional yet, but we're stretching in that direction. We finished the year off with an amazing interview with Joe Calzaghe.
Yes,
in my tuxedo. If you'd seen me all alone at the side of that railway track, you know, thinking about ending it all a couple of years ago, you know, covered in mud, crying my eyes out, lost everything. I'm getting emotional now. to actually stand in there, half knowing what I was talking about, interviewing one of the world's greatest fighters ever. You know, I'm trying to say to people, you know, your situation changes. If the sun's not shining today, it will do tomorrow, and the sun will be on your face again.
I mean, I've got to echo that because people probably look at me and go, "Oh, Rich, you're doing really well." Actually, I've had my struggles, and I don't want to go into it because, like you, I probably get emotional too. But you know, people have been like that. They got to talk, and I've had people, strangers, like reach out to me, and my own like close friends, or I say close friends. I think when a stranger reaches out to you, you know you got a problem. But that's what I'm inspired by, and I admire where you've been to where you are now, and it's amazing, Clinton. And you just want to touch on there, like a shout out to Casey Webb because of him, he brought Joe Kazagi to Bristol,
Yeah.
which then enabled you to interview him. And we mentioned Steve Myrtle a couple of times. My man here in Swindon, you know, in my hometown, I got another fantastic promoter who does an amazing job. You know, I always say we're the best in the business, me and Steve. You know, but I will say that. But and like you've met other promoters now. I just want to say because people are going to watch this. That we've got quite a few watching now, but people that see this later today, they see it tomorrow, next week, whatever. Any unlicensed promoter, professional promoter, even amateur boxing, get hold of the Bionic Boxing Barber. Get hold of him, get him to your event because not only just do you chat to the promoters or the boxers, you chat to the crowd, their experiences, you know, the production team, their experiences. It's what you do. I think it's a
Yeah.
great outlook, and it's well
I,
done. And thank you.
I love people. I love people. Everybody's got a story.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a journey.
yeah.
Sometimes you just got to coax it out of them, but it might be the one chance they get just to put themselves across. They can look back at it on the YouTube channel. Some people, they're in great health and then suddenly they're not. So, you know, they can look at themselves fighting or being interviewed, and they've got a record of that moment in time of when they felt great and fantastic. And everybody that goes to a boxing show is enjoying themselves, having a great time. So, you know, we're recording that and we're laying it down in the history books for it to be seen forever. But we love what we do. We are, you know, getting booked up. We're lifting promoters and shows. So, you know, there might be guys out there, well, we don't need that, but you do need us because we're interviewing people at your show, and then that will enable you then to get more sponsorship, more people come along, tickets sold, more boxers getting involved in what you're doing. And, you know, we go to a lot of trouble to push your event and get it, plaster it all over the socials. And I think it's a great thing. I think it's unique. And I think you need the Barnet Boxing Barber. So come and get us. If you're watching, let's have it.
Mate, what a plug. And they call me a promoter, but you're plugging better than me. But Clint, listen, it's great to talk to you. We've been chatting for quite a while. There's people been making comments, and look, I've actually sat back from the phone now because I've done a couple of these late Facebook live has changed, and when I've done them, and it's like the phone is right in my face, so I've sat back on purpose. So hopefully, you haven't got my big old potato head in the way. But Clint, I look forward to seeing you on the 24th of February
Yeah.
at the Mecca.
Yeah.
You're coming back. Can people support you? How can people get tickets from you? I know you haven't physically got tickets. Anyone that wants to support you, how can they do that, Clint?
Well, they can get the tickets off Tank Promotions. They can get in touch with you. I'm in beast mode now. I'm on my protein shakes. I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm running every morning. I'm training like a dog, and I need to be. I've got to shift a little bit of Christmas pudding still yet. And we're down to less than 40 days. But you know, I'm not bothered about any of that, Rich. I'm bothered about me getting in the ring on the 24th of February and making the best account of self as I can for myself. And I want to go through Tillen and be victorious. And that's what I want to do. He's a super guy, but I want to bring war and I want to bring hell like he's never felt before.
Listen, that is a great attitude to have, Clint. You have got the right attitude, the right mindset. And when I touched on, I was talking about the Barnet Boxing Barber. I want to just shout out to people that help you, like your manager Dan Alton.
Well,
He's been a pivotal part of what you do, and your cameramen that travel around with you as well.
Yeah.
I just want to say a shout out to them because I think all of them, you're the face of it, but you've got your team around you. A bit like me, people think I do a lot of that moment, but on the day of my shows and on the press conferences, I've got a team of people that help me make my shows a success, and I know you're the same.
Yeah, Dan has been absolutely instrumental in everything that we do. Peter, picks his camera up and follows us anywhere, the O2, anywhere we want to go. And, we're pushing and pushing and pushing with this. And, we're making waves in what we're doing. And we've come from nothing. We had a roadmap of 2 years. Year one was fantastic. And now we're on TikTok as well. And we're just absolutely flying with it. And we want to make waves. We want to go for some of them TikTok boys. We want to get on that Misfits.
Yeah.
We want to chase the stars. All of these guys like your Dapper Laughs, your Simple Simon. These are just normal guys, and they've got doing a bit of boxing. If one man can do it, why can't another man do it? I'm running out of years now. We need to make the next couple of years count, and it's all levels. It's all levels. But if I can get a fight on a bigger platform, then I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to have a tear up.
Hey, listen, mate, if that happens, I will be your #1 fan. I'll be there. I'll be there to support you. And but Clint, look, thanks for your time. We've been gassing. People have been coming on and off, and I've got to apologise. People have been commenting as we're talking, but because I'm some distance away from the phone, and my eyesight's terrible now. I can't see them, but I will read them back, and I will reply to people if they've been polite. That is, if they're not polite, then I won't reply. I'll probably slap you on the face. But anyway, Clint, have you got a final message? Have you got a message for Jason Tillon? He's going to see this. Have you got a final message for him?
Yeah, not really. I don't really want to give too much away. I know the guy trains like a dog. I know he does 10K for breakfast before he sits down for his Sunday roast. The guy's all right, but I just want to say, everybody out there that's associated with white collar boxing at this level, everybody that's helped me in this journey so far, everybody that's helped you, it all comes together on the 24th of February at the Mecca Ballroom in Swindon for possibly one of the biggest cards they've had there at the Mecca. And it's going to be a knockout event. So if there is tickets, get them, because hold on to your hats, because the Barnet Boxing Barber is coming, baby. I'm coming. I'm ready.
Well, Clint, listen, thanks for your time, mate. I know you got to get back off to work now, and we'll chat again very soon. I'm sure we'll have a chat on the phone, all right? But listen, take care, keep punching.
Keep punching, everybody. Keep punching.
People, subscribe to his YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to the Bardic Boxing Barber.
Cheers.
Hook him up.
Cheers.
I'll see you soon.
See you, mate.
Right, hang on. Okay, so, God, that was a long old chat. So Clint's gone now. People were watching, people were coming and going. There's a lot of comments, and this will obviously stay on the Tank Promotions page, and I'll probably share it from my personal one later on. So there you've heard it. Clint Osborne, the Barnet Boxing Barber. He's fighting on the 24th of February on this show. Best of the best at the Mecca in Swindon. We have got limited standard tickets and limited balcony tickets. VIP tables are all gone. Oh, sorry, I've got one left. There is one left. We had a boxer follow me and pulled out, and his table's been returned. But yeah, listen, it's going to be a great night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.